Welcome back to Dalra Models. So in this video I'm going to show you how I go about repairing the clear coat for the orange peel that you can see here. It's quite easy to do a paint job with your clear coat and get it looking like this. It's a lot harder to get it looking smooth straight out of the airbrush. So I know it happens a lot, so I thought I'll do a video to demonstrate when you got orange peel how to actually repair it. First thing you're going to need is some clean water, and I use micromesh, and I'm starting on this one with 4000 grit, as you can see there. You can go coarser. I know some people that they like to use quite a coarse grit to get the bulk of it off to start with, and if you've got bits in your clear coat as well, you might choose to do that just to speed the process up a bit. It really depends how confident you are and how you're feeling, and how far you want to take it back, and how much clear coat you put down to not burn through that when you're going through the sanding stage. The last thing you'd want to do at this stage is to damage the paintwork that you spent a lot of effort painting and getting to look nice. So you have to take care. You'll possibly see on other videos people using masking tape to protect the edges or raised areas. It depends on the area that I'm working on whether I do that. The roof and the edges of the roof are relatively flat on this kit, so I don't really need to do that. The front and the backs, yes, there's a slight risk, but I'm just being careful at those edges because I've got orange peel all over the roof and I want to do the edges as well, so I'm just being extra careful on those areas to not go too heavy, too hard on it to actually go through. And that's another reason that I'm starting at 4000, not at 2000 or 3000, is to reduce the chances of cutting through. So periodically I'm stopping and just wiping it down with a dry cloth, just so I can see where it is. So you can start to see that there's flat bits, but there's still a lot of orange peel in there. And like I said, this is why people use a coarser grit, because this speeds up this part of it. It is time consuming, it does take a while to do this. So I'm going to run through this bit and just speed it up a little bit for you. So that's 4000 done now, and as you can see, most of the orange peel is now gone. There's still a little bit left there that you might be able to see on camera, that going through the next grades will clear some of it up. So the same process again, is just taking it easy and working with the clear coat to cut through and get rid of those imperfections that are remaining. As I said in the previous stage, only you will know how much clear coat is down to know how far you want to take it and what the risk level is for cutting through. So you want to get the orange peel out completely if you can. The low spots on it are still clear coat, so we'll give you an idea as to how thick or thin the layer is, so you need to keep that in mind when you're going through these stages. That's partly why I stopped at where I did, because I know there's going to be further grits coming that will take it back further, so I'm not overly fussed that there's still a little bit there, because the 6000 will get rid of a lot more of that. So now the 6000's done, you can see that it's getting getting better, and there's still a little bit there, but I'm going to move on to the 8000 now, and then we'll see where we're at with it. Okay, so after that stage, you could now see that that's all gone. There's a few sort of lines there from the sanding process which will get removed for the next stage, which is the polishing stage. So I'm using the S3 Extra Heavy Cut from Shoal Concepts for this. So just getting a little bit on my finger and then just going to work it into the roof a little bit. As you can see there, it doesn't need loads, just a little bit, and work with it, really. Just if you need to go over it again, go over it again, but less is more, as they say. So I'm doing this by hand, as you can see, and working in circular motions with the microfiber cloth, and then, like I said, just working with the polish, letting the polish do the work, and just keep working on it, or working it in, more to say. So you can see now that the shine's starting to come back, and a lot of that orange peel and lines and stuff from the sanding process is now disappearing. You can see from the reflection from my light that it's got some detail in it, and other reflections there that you can see. So if you were to machine polish, you get this process done quicker, but by hand it just takes a little bit extra work, a little extra effort. So that's it after I've done a second pass doing that by hand, and as you can see, it's made an even bigger difference again. So I'm just checking it all under the light to make sure that I'm happy with it and there's not any issues I need to address quickly. So next step is moving on to the S17 Plus, which is the heavy cut, which is the final polishing stage. So same process again. I'm just applying it initially with my little finger and then just working it in a bit. Again, you don't need loads on here. It's probably a bit more than I need that I've put down there. So just wipe some of the excess off, and then I can work through with the microfiber cloth and start polishing up again. So after giving that good work, you can see there now it's got an even deeper shine to it. So again, looking at reflections is the best way to see this. You can see reflection from the cloth, reflection from the light. So just zoom in a little bit and you can see a bit better. And there's my face. So it's got a nice sort of mirror finish to it. It's not as easy on a carbon finish as it might be with just clear smooth paint, but you can still see the shine as you look into it. So because it's ultimately the top layer that we're looking at, not the pattern underneath. So overall, I'll say I'm happy with that. I'll just give it another pass just to finish it off. So there you go. That's as I've finished it now, where I've left it at. So as you can see, the polishing stage got rid of all of the final imperfections. You can see over there the sort of paint area and all the rest of it. This is the rest of the bodywork all polished up. So with a bit of effort, there's a line there that I think there was hair or something on the door. Yeah, you can see from a bit of effort you can get a good finish, even if from spraying from the airbrush you don't think you have, just with a bit extra effort. And it makes all of the difference to the final finish of it. So I thought you might find this interesting. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.